Back to Wicked Wands Tarot. My name is Carmen, and today we have a reading for you about somebody that is really working on themselves or has been working on themselves, getting in touch with what they want, cutting through the illusions, because they are determined to win. They want to get to that point where they feel like they've achieved what they are meant to achieve. So I do feel like things are getting more serious, or this person's about to express their serious intentions with you. So this could be someone who has come back around or is about to, that has been working on themselves. You might be a little bit surprised, or it could be someone who is feeling like they're finally ready to be in a relationship after they've been spending time working on that. So let's call in spirit with a little bit of, or a lot of wind chime time. And I hope you're having a good day so far. Hello, Key Controller. Hello, Minnesota Picker. Hello, Holy Ghost. How are we doing? If you're interested in a personal reading, I would love to do one for you. My email address is wickedwandstarot@gmail.com. It's in the description box, as is more information on how to become a member. Thank you to the current members. I think I need just another candle. Hold, please. Ooh, is there anything left in that one? All right. Let's see if this helps. Is that better? Yes. Hello, Lana. How are you doing? All right. I think we will start with the Cat's Eye Tarot and see what else we've got for them. That's good. Hello, Renata. How's it going? What else do we have? Judgment. King of Wands in the reverse. And the Knight of Wands. Why do I feel like this is someone who sees that another person has kind of messed up? I don't think I need that one. Just like, maybe there's someone who's angry at you, or maybe there's someone who has caused you to be angry. But this Knight of Wands, or this sense of urgency from someone, seems to be coming from the fact that you've made up your mind. You're not interested in something, or that's not what you want to pursue. So making more clear what you don't want emboldens this person to feel like it's time for them to confess what they want. Page of Pentacles in the reverse, Strength in the reverse. Who is this? Is this their former self? Wow. So there's someone who had previously spent a lot of their time getting their courage or their strength from others, meaning they didn't really have much of their own. So this could be someone who kind of followed the crowd or didn't really make their own decisions. Maybe just made their decisions based on what other people would think of them. But now we have this Empress energy, meaning they've overcome something here that blocked their intuition, and now they're much more in touch with it. Hello, Famous Seamus. What's up? Hello, Raquan. How are you doing? Hello, Krishna. How are you doing? Merry Christmas. So we have the Sun in the reverse. I don't feel like you know this person has been working on themselves. Maybe the King of Wands in the reverse was their initial reaction to you calling them out or saying that they didn't have something figured out that they needed to figure out. Maybe it's someone else. But I do think that there is some catalyst here to them deciding a while back, like at least a month ago, that this is something they need to focus on. It's probably really realistically a couple of months at least. Ten of Pentacles in the reverse, Two of Swords, Knight of Pentacles. It could even just be a simple, I'm not looking to date someone who's dealing with XYZ, or it could be, you know, I need some time to work on myself. But there was a catalyst that convinced them, I don't want to lose my opportunity with this person. I need to be like in my best shape. I can't be offering something kind of like middling to someone that I feel is very worthy. So you might have inspired this person to work on themselves even without feeling like you'd had much influence. Queen of Pentacles in the reverse, Five of Wands. They wanted to compete. Previously, they felt like they weren't good enough, and now they've been able to address some of those things, maybe even financial security or commitment issues, those things that got in the way. They were honest with themselves about that. Hola, Bane, how are you doing? How are you doing today, Rachel? We have the Five of Cups in the reverse and the Seven of Pentacles in the reverse. I feel like you look at this as not a big deal. You walked away from this person, or you were not really looking at this person as a romantic interest because of the things that you knew would block that. So this could even be someone who wanted out of the friend zone at some point, or that you suspected wanted out of the friend zone. But I don't think you know that they've been working on themselves like this. Six of Potions or Six of Cups. We had the King of Wands in the reverse. Now we have it in the upright. I am impressed. I think they're actually doing what they need to. So they're taking into consideration what they know and what they believe to be true, as far as what you're looking for, what you want, and without like losing their own personality, making sure that they cross those things off the list. Queen of Pentacles in the upright after it was in the reverse. So they've been working on the perhaps emotional stability as well as financial stability. Maybe they've changed where they live or work. But it's like they're fortifying things. Like, I want to make sure that when I come through with an offer in love for this person, that they see me looking my best and feeling my best because I've addressed the things that maybe would have been a little bit of a block in the past. Hello, Mano. How are you doing? Temperance and the Queen of Needles or the Queen of Swords. So you're not super receptive to people right now. Whoever this reading is for, maybe you're just focused on getting everything figured out for the holidays. Maybe you've got a lot going on at work. Maybe you've just gotten over a breakup and you're just kind of like, I just want to focus on this. But whoever this Queen of Swords is, it's like, I'm not really out here trying to look for some connection or, you know, go on 5 dates a week. So this is someone who feels like they have to choose the right time to confess their feelings. Ace of Candles or Ace of Wands and the Queen of Potions. But that's what they're looking for. They want to make it clear that they're interested in you. Again, for some of you, you've not talked to this person about a relationship. Others of you, this is a person who's coming back after things kind of fell apart because they were not committal or they had too many obstacles. Hello, Chris. How are you doing? Hello, Salmon. Oh, well, you should be able to figure that one out. So we've got the Page of Needles or Page of Swords in the reverse. And the 10 of Needles or 10 of Swords in the reverse. Yeah, this is saying you don't know that this person has worked on this. So it's like you know this person, but you haven't necessarily dated them. Maybe you met them briefly. Maybe you see each other at the grocery store. I don't know, but this is somebody who's interested. King of Presents or King of Pentacles, clarifying the Queen of Pentacles. They see you as their divine counterpart. 9 of Cups, their wish fulfillment. But they're nervous because you walk away from things pretty readily. In other words, they know you're selective. They know you're not going to like hang out for something that is folly, right? Welcome to the live chat. Hello, how's it going, Oz? Thank you. How's it going, Christina? I hope you're having a good day. To DC, you're welcome in the live chat, but let's just make sure we're respecting the rules of no politics and also make sure you're being respectful and tolerant. Hello, Matt. How are you doing? This is the Earth and Bones Tarot. Chariot in the reverse and the Two of Wicks or the Two of Wands. Okay. So I can't approach you in the way that maybe most people would. Maybe I know it would just cause a problem. Thank you, Minnesota Picker. Let me know if you want me to draw a few cards for you. I mean, you said tip, but I'm just going to ask. Hello, Alt. How you doing? Hello, I am. So they're making plans, but they feel like they can't just, you know, slip you a note in math class. They can't just send you a DM. It's not enough to just call. So is this going to be some big splashy gesture? Yeah, not that one. Two of Jars, the Two of Cups. It would suggest that this person is, yes, going to make... Remember I literally said a splashy gesture and there's fish jumping out of jars. Splashy. This person's going to do something to surprise you. 7 of Wands or 7 of Wicks in the reverse. It's going to be something that makes them feel a bit vulnerable. This is not something that normally they would do. But it's like I have to make a big, like a good impression because this Queen of Swords is not really like looking for an excuse to date someone. Hello, Uni, how are you doing? Indeed. Hello, Inez, how are you? We have the Knight of Crystals or Knight of Swords, the Ace of Wicks or Ace of Wands, and the Emperor in the reverse. The Ace of Wands is in the reverse as well. If I just say something to say something, then I might miss my opportunity. This Queen of Swords might take me for someone who doesn't really have the courage, but it feels like this is someone who has kind of recently been working on their courage. So if they feel like they've got more strength, they've got more confidence, then they're kind of looking at it as, I have a better shot if I make it clear that I'm coming in with confidence and do something kind of, you know, splashy. Haley, thank you for the tip. On your ex? Absolutely. with regards to questions, I do often sprinkle in some free questions because I think that's a good thing to be doing. And I choose those based on what the question actually is, with a mind of like preferring the spiritual growth type questions. But I do prioritize the ones that are with the super chat or donating memberships. Hello, Teresa. How are you doing? Hello, Hope. How's your day? Yay! Well, that makes a ton of sense. Hello, Sanara. How are you doing? Hello. Is it Orewa? I probably ruined that and I apologize. Hello, down the rabbit hole. How are you doing? But excellent segue. Thank you for commenting on that, Rachel. Tomorrow I will be doing 2026 readings for the astrological signs on live streams. I will probably separate it into 2 different live streams, or maybe 4, so that you don't have to watch one long one. And also it's kind of difficult. Like, I'm not here trying to do like 2-hour readings. And I want to make sure that you have something substantial regarding the next year, not just like 2 lines. So, yeah. Wow. Are they still on the outs, I assume? Hello, glowing world. How are you doing? Oh, you just made me drop my cards. Ugh. Yeah, I don't know if I actually blocked that individual, but I definitely removed the comment. Literally, I just dropped my cards because of that. Blah. Did y'all see that? Blah. Hello, Rick. How are you doing? Thank you, Rachel. You are the bestest. Oh, Lord. Rick, I'm sorry you had to see that. Will you still come back and hang out? Hello, Alex. How are you doing? Holy Ghost, I hope your innocent eyes are okay. I'm not worried about Minnesota Picker, though. Just kidding. I'm kidding, Minnesota Picker. We've got Wheel of Fortune in the reverse and the 8 of Jars in the reverse. This is someone who feels like they can change fate. They feel like there's some reason why the 2 of you would not end up together. But they feel almost like this is a defiant act to come back around or to pursue something with you, even though there might be people that judge that or don't feel like it should work out. 7 of Jars or the 7 of Cups. I feel like they have not told very many people that they're interested in you, but they know that there would be some sort of judgment, or at the very least some jealousy. Perhaps you are someone that multiple people are interested in. Hello, Nari. How are you doing? Picker, I hope you're not mad at me. Hello, Claire. Right? Hello, Jarrell. What's up? Hello, Alexandro. Hello, Indigo. Welcome, Amber. How are we doing? So we have the Ace of Crystals or the Ace of Swords, Page of Petals or Page of Pentacles in the reverse, and the Ace of Jars or Ace of Cups in the reverse. Oh no, this person's real nervous, even if they have this like surge in confidence or courage. It's like, I know I need to be observant and listen to like the general mood coming from the Queen of Swords. I have to pick the right time. So perhaps they are feeling at this time that you are not interested or you are a little bit distant, less likely to be down to go out for a date. So it's a little bit like recon. They're watching and waiting for the right moment because they don't want to, you know, approach you when you're having a bad day. Or if somebody else has made an attempt, they don't want to choose the same time, right? So how is this? I would guess this person is probably watching your social media. What do we have? Hello, Levna. I hope you find that happens soon. What else do we have? This is the Bianco Nero, by the way. 3 of Pentacles, 4 of Swords. We've got Death in the reverse as well. So this person has been trying to be patient and find the right time because they know that you have had something end in the last couple of months or couple of weeks. They feel like there's someone here who's heartbroken over you. And they don't want it to be like, it's like they want to make sure that you have time to let go of whatever resentment might be lingering from that experience. It could even be there was an argument with a close friend or some other difficult thing in your life, but it's like, I'm giving you some space to deal with the things that have been frustrating. But they feel like you were spending time with someone who didn't deserve to be with you. Someone who was dishonest. Someone who did not take proper care of you or show you compassion. So I do feel like they understand why you walked away somehow. I also don't feel like this is like an ex for most of you. So it's like I learned from some of the things that other people say or other observations I have about the people that you deal with so that I know how to approach you the right way. I'm starting to wonder if this is somebody who has like seen you in this relationship. Like, are they friends with someone you've dated? Do they work with you, or did they? Because they've had some sort of like top level insight into your life, like surface level, but they didn't really have the details, right? Hello, Christy, how are you doing? Talking about Star Trek? I'm a fan. Hello, Z, how are you doing? So we have the Trinity, balancing decisions, priorities, and adapting to change. They see you as somebody that has come out of a relationship. They feel like there was someone else that you were dealing with. They know that now you're focused on yourself, but they're hoping to be this future partner of yours. Hello, Feli, how are you doing? This is the Earth and Bone Oracle, which is slightly confusing because I also have the Earth and Bones Tarot that I was just using. So just one letter difference and then Tarot versus Oracle, but they're both very nice. Shelter, spiritual growth, revival, accountability, and healing. I'm telling you, this person has really been working on themselves, and they also have an appreciation for giving you space and the time that you need to be able to get through the healing that you need to after whatever breakup you've been through. Hello, Destiny. How are you doing? Hello, Eric. I do personal questions at about 30 or 35 minutes in, which is about 10 minutes from now, with priority to those who tip or donate. Thank you for liking and subscribing as well. And I do like to throw in a few freebies, generally those that are focused around spiritual growth. Hello, New Wave. How are you doing? Oh, I'm sorry you feel that way, Oliver, but I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. You can also come back in a couple minutes if you want. There's some cool people in the live chat. Hello, Anthony. I like her, so that's cool. Not that I don't like Emma Stone. I just hear that one a lot and I don't get it. Hello, JC. How are you doing? We have Conjure and Flight. Higher self, subconscious, influencing, and creation. And then we also have opportunity, prosperity, new venture, and don't wait. They're waiting for a sign. This Empress does not have to be a woman. This is somebody who's been working on that emotional maturity as well as their stability. They've also come out as the King of Wands. So we could have, and the King of Pentacles, Queen of Pentacles. So we could have some earth energy or some fire energy pretty prevalent in their chart. Somebody here has been waiting for the right time and they feel like that's approaching. They feel like you have been working on yourself and they have been working on themselves. Hello, Carson. I hope you're having a good day. Hello. Is it Munta? How are you? I don't think that's what my gift is for, OG, but I hope you're having a good day. Yeah, I think that's where you start to see what you want instead of what's really there. I think part of what enables me to see things for other people is that it's not associated most times with a desire to see a certain answer. Obviously, I want to see you all be happy and get good answers, but I think the truth is more important, right? You have the Ace of Cups. This person wants to make a love offer. Page of Pentacles in the reverse. And I feel like they have confirmed that you're not interested in this person from your past, even if that person's not over you yet. This is possibly the confirmation they were looking to make before they confess their feelings, because you aren't very easy to read. You're coming through as the High Priestess, somebody that maybe you just have a very happy disposition. Maybe you have a really strong poker face. Maybe you have RBF, but this is somebody who felt like they had to be extra observant to figure you out, because they know that if you're not really like looking for a serious relationship, it doesn't matter how great their approach is, you know? They have to choose the right time too. Yeah, exactly. I would disagree, Anthony. The truth, if you give it too much power, as far as like, it's just a negative thing, then you're taking away your own power. You have to appreciate that with the truth, you can make the right decisions. So, yeah, I don't know. That's all right. Hello, Bhakti. How are you doing? We have the Five of Wands. You guys, this is my favorite card from this. This is the Cook's Tarot, by the way. So if you know anything about tarot, you know that the Five of Wands card is generally, I wonder if I had any of them, is generally depicted with like people fighting each other with wands or sticks, right? Because this is the Cook's Tarot and it has to do with food, there's literally people fighting each other with loaves of bread. So it's like, you can understand why I'm so charmed by it, right? Don't you want to get into like a loaf fight with me? So there's this like kind of comical element to it, right? With the bread loaves, and there's also this kind of like piñata vibe. The thing that I'm getting from this is, yes, there was some competition here. And the person who admires you, who's come through as this King of Wands, Queen of Pentacles, King of Pentacles, Empress, someone who's been working on themselves, they know that they have to be able to compete with these other people, or they have to be like cream of the crop, top drawer, right? In order to actually get a chance with this Queen of Swords. This is part of the reason they had to, make sure they spent enough time on themselves, but also made sure to choose the right time, because they've seen people approach this High Priestess, which probably is you, at the wrong time, and they know that you're selective. For many of you, this is someone who's been a friend and isn't sure if you want to get out of the friend zone with them. For others of you, you've dated their friend, which could make things a little bit awkward. Nine of Cups, Queen of Wands. I feel like they've had to admire you, knowing that there was some sort of like protective barrier here. I can't date you because we work together. I can't date you because you're, my sibling's crush. Or I can't date you because my best friend dated you 5 years ago. Maybe they feel like they have to wait until a certain deadline is up. Like, hey, well, now that it's been 7 years, I'm allowed, right? I don't know. I feel like there's some legal precedent here, right? There's this very strategic approach to timing and like how they actually communicate. This is the Love Oracle, and after I pull a few from these, I will start with the personal questions, okay? Hey Laura, how you doing? Hello Tom, my condolences to you. Hey Grindhard, how are you doing? I don't do recycling. That's a strange question there, OG. Hello, Aiden. How are you doing? So we've got boundaries. This is how, or why I should say, they see you as the Queen of Swords. You don't seem to have a problem with ending things that you know are not healthy connections. You do seem to reject people if they aren't approaching things with a more emotionally mature mindset. And so this person who admires you, the King of Wands, Empress, this is somebody who has seen other people make mistakes with you and felt like those people did not deserve you. Oh, thank you, Laura. Let me know if you'd like me to pull a few cards for you. I'd be happy to. Hello, Hector. Hello, Khalid. How are we doing? Is that a tarot? Hello, Karayo. This is, in fact, a tarot reading. This particular deck is Oracle, though, not tarot. Hello, Unicorn Girl. How we doing? And what else do we have? A runaway card. Resistance, secret admirer, suppressing, timid, and releasing, letting go, moving on, walking away. Perhaps they've also been watching a person, if there was this like kind of love triangle thing, or if there was somebody who used to be a coworker and then one of you quit or find a new job. There's something here that is released, something that changes and enables this person to feel much more confident. They feel confident about themselves, and they also feel like there's no barrier or like limitation here. Now I can actually tell you that I'm into you. Hello, Arma. How are you doing? That sounds good, Laura. We have depth and pride. So this person that you had broken up with, or perhaps the people that you had rejected, those that made the mistakes and that this King of Wands Empress learned from. They were dealing with ego issues, or perhaps they were even arrogant, and they may have been lacking with regards to their values or their morals. So I don't feel like this person sees you as the Queen of Swords because you are like mean or judgmental. It's more so that there are expectations that you have of your future partner with regards to integrity, authenticity, honesty, all of that. And if people are not necessarily prioritizing those values as well, then you aren't interested in giving up your single status. So we have memories, reminiscing, dwelling, bittersweet. Someone found it difficult to hold back their feelings from you for so long. But again, it's because there were some sort of restriction, rules, regulations, expectations, perhaps from a friend. But this is changing. So yeah, expect communication from someone who's going to express their interest in pursuing a serious relationship with you. They have been working on themselves. I feel like this is someone who knows how to communicate and who wants to be in a long-term happy relationship with you. They are going to be very decisive regarding like how to approach, when to approach, all of that, because they know that you are quick to say no, or that you are not like looking to, I don't know, settle. But I think they have the right approach here. So that'll be interesting for you. All right, let's move over to the personal questions. Hello, Oceanic. How are you doing? Hello, ZP. Oh, he loves you too. I hope you're having a good day. I do often, but not for all, because then I would never be able to eat or sleep. We've got, did we ever hear back from Minnesota Picker if you want me to pull a few cards for you? I don't know if Minnesota Picker is still on. Lee, we've got a request regarding the ex. So let's see what we get for Lee. What does Lee need to know regarding the ex, please? Yes, I approve that message. I second what April has said. What do we have for Lee on the X, please? Queen of Swords. Seven of Pentacles and the Sun. Someone's efforts are being exposed, what they had been focused on. I do feel like this is probably a lawyer or a judge that is putting in, you know, the appropriate amount of effort to get to the truth. And there's insight now that there's been someone who has walked away or perhaps neglected their obligations. Queen of Pentacles, Hanged Man in the reverse, and a change in someone's story. Generally, I would view the Queen of Pentacles as the, like, married partner. And I just noticed I also have the Four of Wands over here and the Six of Swords. So I feel like this Four of Wands is the outcome that you're looking for. The Four of Wands can refer to house, right? Or like the place that you live. This is like something is improving with regards to your domestic situation or the agreements pertaining to that because of someone's shift in their story, probably regarding your ex, right? So is the Six of Swords, Lee? Yes. So things are improving for you after you felt like you had to wait a long time. So I hope that they continue. More and more improving, right? Hello, Priya. How are you doing? Hello, Mac. Hello, Momo. What's up? Thank you for liking and subscribing. I appreciate it. Did we see Minnesota Picker? So Lubna had asked about starting a family, or maybe I shouldn't assume if it was starting, asked about pregnancy. Is there any guidance for Lubna, please? Temperance. Lubna, I'm feeling like there needs to be a better balance in your diet. What you are eating, or perhaps the amount of water that you are drinking, this could have an impact, but I like that this Four of Pentacles, see how he's got the pentacle in his belly area? To me, that says that there is, I would say within the next 4 months, a very good chance, but you need to focus on what you're eating and probably also drinking, and make sure that that is conducive to that, right? Hello, Unicorn Girl. Thank you for the tip. His real feelings for you? Awesome. And Laura, did you want me to pull a few cards for you? And we've got, is it Vila or Vila's art? I'm going to put Vila's. I hope that's not wrong. I will definitely pull some cards for you. Thank you. You're welcome, Lee. Hello, Javier. How are you doing? All right. If we see a response, well, let me just like scroll up real quick and see if Laura said. She probably answered me. Pull Key some cards. Okay. Thank you, Laura. All right. So Key, what do we have for Key? Four of Cups, Four of Swords. Obviously, the number 4 is important, and the Two of Cups. I do feel like right now there's some discontent or distance, emotional concern, frustration, but there's going to be something that helps you figure this out. Now, this could be with a family member, this could be a friend, this could be a romantic interest, but there has been somebody here who sabotaged or made things more complicated. Doesn't have to be one of the two of you, could be someone that is an outside party. But I do see an apology or some sort of effort being made to make things right, whether that's on your behalf or the other person. The peaceful energy is definitely coming through. And I do feel like when this conversation happens, you can count on there being truth and changed behavior. So this, I feel, is very positive regarding a situation that right now might feel kind of dire. Hello, Jessica. How are you doing? All right, let's see. Thank you, Laura, for your generosity. We appreciate you. Because I'm speaking for Key. I hope that's all right. Let's see what we've got for Unicorn. This is the Pulp Tarot. Hello, Mess. How you doing? What do we have for Unicorn regarding the real feelings the person on their mind has for Unicorn Girl? What are the real feelings they have? Three of Swords is heartbreak. The World. Feeling like things are over or questioning if they are. Six of Wands in the reverse, feeling like there's something here that they fumbled or that failed, something that originally they had a reason to believe would work out. But there's also an Ace of Wands, which is the sense of hope. A Devil. I don't like that last line. Devil, Ace of Swords in the reverse, King of Pentacles in the reverse, Four of Swords. Is this how they view Unicorn Girl? I feel like right now this person is trying to blame you for everything. They're lying to themselves about either how much you mean to them or what actually happened between the two of you. With the King of Pentacles in the reverse, they're trying to imply, or their perception of the situation is that you are not stable, or that you have unhealed issues, and that's preventing things from getting back on track. Is this a misconception? I feel like they're exaggerating what responsibility you have and minimizing what responsibility they have. So there is some truth in what they feel towards you, but there is like no accountability for themselves. They want to make it so that it's like all your fault, right? But there's regret setting in and some remorse. Like, maybe if I'm too harsh on this person, I'm going to end up like regretting this. So I feel like they need some time to marinate in these emotions and realize that they've been a little bit harsh on you. And I'm sending you some healing energy. Remember to focus whatever you can energy-wise on yourself. Obviously doing right by whatever obligations you have, responsibilities, things like that. But, you know, it's glow-up time. It's time for things to work out better for you as an individual. And then maybe this person will learn a lesson. But also then you benefit from that energy that you might have been investing elsewhere. And what do we have for Velaz? Let me just make sure I haven't, okay. Hello, Edward, how are you doing? Well, I hope you find a way to handle that in a way that is healthy. Oh, you're welcome, Unicorn. Thank you for liking and subscribing. I appreciate it, everyone. All right, so Velaz, we've got the Seven of Swords in the reverse. Someone who wants to come clean. Because they see things more clearly now after they believed something that was a lie or made an assumption. I feel like there was someone here who lied about you or the situation with you, and now we have somebody who's going to come back around and let you know that they see now that they believed something they shouldn't have, or that they should have given you an opportunity to tell them what was going on. So if you've been wondering whether or not this person is like lost to you, or if things are going to change in your favor, it does look to me like they are. This is someone who feels like they caused problems that were unnecessary. Is this an apology? Because it feels to me like you deserve an apology. Yes. From someone who may not be very good at apologies. They might have gotten very defensive with you, not wanting to believe, you know, something else. But you're going to get an apology. So I hope that that goes well. Let me see. We're going to go with the Marseille Cat Tarot. Does the person Inez love Inez back? So we have the Hanged Man in the reverse, Seven of Swords, and the Nine of Cups in the reverse. I would say this person is not feeling the same feelings that you are. This is someone who is more focused on themselves. I might even go so far as to say this person is selfish. But there's something here that they focus on about you that they feel is not what they want. So they limit themselves as far as what they're willing to invest in with you. Which I'm sorry to be so blunt, because this is not good news. I'm sending you a hug. But I do, if it's okay with you, just want to see if there's someone else here who does have these feelings for you. Is there someone else who is interested? There's someone that you're going to meet in the next 4 months that might help you to appreciate more what you should be getting in a relationship, but you have not met this person yet. It's to allow you to get through what you need to learn from this connection. And I feel like that's tied to self-value or self-worth. The acknowledgement that you should be not left in confusion if you are dealing with somebody that loves you, right? That they should be able to communicate those things and make you feel loved, because that's what it should be about, right? So perhaps this will give you some faith to invest more in yourself and appreciate that there's somebody else out there that would make you feel beloved, right? Yes. Well, I believe in that for you. And I hope you don't have too long to wait for that. Just take a little time for yourself. Let's see. Hello, Rashad. How are you doing? What do we have for Rashad? There's a guy I went to school with in elementary school who is always like kind of soft-spoken and sweet. So I feel pulled to do a reading for you. Rashad, we have the Two of Pentacles and the Five of Wands. The Five of Wands is in the reverse. Actually, so is the Two of Pentacles, as is the Fool in the reverse. There's instability here that is meant to push you towards some introspection regarding someone or something in your life that is, it's like a puzzle piece that doesn't fit. It's from a different puzzle. Queen of Pentacles in the reverse. Somebody who is disloyal, somebody who is selfish, creates tension because this person is unhealed. They've carried resentment over from previous situations or relationships, or they project their own anger onto the connection with you. Hello, Sarah. How are you doing? So, Rashad, this is saying there is a choice for you to walk away from this person who seems intent on blaming you or punishing you for someone else's actions or decisions, which is inherently unfair, right? This person needs to heal before they can approach you with the respect that you deserve. Hello, is it East Asia? Or is it Asia? Hello, Shri, how are you doing? And how would that information be like helpful for you? All right, I'm gonna do one more. Did I say hello to Teresa? How are you doing? Oh, I'm so glad to hear that, Inez. If I didn't already, or even if I did, sending you a hug. What do we have for Daisy, please? Star in the reverse, Nine of Swords in the reverse, High Priestess in the reverse, Judgment. So, Daisy, there's a decision that you are going to be faced with in the near future. Perhaps you already know what this is, but it'll be coming up in the next, I would say, week. And I feel like you're a little bit guided poorly by others. So maybe you've got some influences in your life, friends or family members or even coworkers that are kind of egging you on towards something that doesn't feel right to you. So I feel like there's this conflict or this fork in the road, and you're like, do I do what other people say, or should I just do what I want to do? We have the Chariot, the Wheel of Fortune, and the Seven of Wands. The number 7 is very important for you at this time, Daisy. It is going to be a confirmation for you at some point, Maybe it's just, you know, like the total on your receipt or the mileage, but I feel like there is a change and it's pulling you in that direction, right? Whether it's moving, ending a relationship, applying for a new job, but this change is important for you and it's tugging you towards it for a reason because it is the right time for this change. So maybe there are people telling you to take more time or, you know, that's too much. Maybe there are people who are saying that you should be more harsh than you feel. But I would follow your own intuition and do right by your own like morals, because I feel like there's someone here who's like encouraging you to be like more extra than you need to be, or like I said, more harsh. You're welcome, Daisy. Yes or no to meeting for Teresa, please. She wants a yes or a no to meeting. This says no. There's something off here, or there's going to be an argument. What's this argument? Teresa, there's someone here who's being emotionally manipulative or wearing a mask, trying to make it seem perhaps that they have emotions that they don't, or that they're kinder than they actually are. Will my dream company contact me and allow to come on as a trainee? There's something blocking you right now. I don't feel like it's a no forever, but there is an obstacle in your way. Five of Wands in the reverse, Chariot in the reverse, and the Emperor. But I see you being able to control this. So what I'm seeing in my mind is a montage. A montage like in Rocky, you know, running up the steps. Or didn't Dodgeball have one? So there's work here for you. There's things that you could refine or improve upon. And if you take that seriously, then you turn into the Emperor, somebody who is very capable of that. But there is something here that needs to be improved upon to get that distinction or be that trainee. Sean would like to know, will Sammy and I be in a committed relationship that leads to marriage? Yes. But it's dependent upon some sort of transition. What is the Six of Swords? So the marriage only happens if you are willing to defend something here, when the easier choice is to be kind of procrastinating about it. So you'll be put in a not fun spot, maybe having to choose between family and your loved one or your partner. Maybe having to choose to be like putting that person over your own preferences. But I do feel like you have a very strong chance at getting to marriage. There may be something here about you know, sacrificing a bit of what you had in mind or what you had planned in order to be a partner for somebody who's going through it. But I do feel like there is this determination for both of you. Hello, Anastasia. How are you doing? Hello, Gon. So, Munta, part of the reason that I haven't done your question is because you're spamming the live chat. I appreciate your tenacity, but I also try to make sure that I reward those who have approached requesting a free reading with, you know, a little bit more respect. Hello, Zachary. How are you doing? Hello, Cabello. Hello, Chaya. Susan wants to know if Benu will contact Susan again. Yes. I would say there is a desire for things to get back into or to get to a happy place, but there is someone who's in the way. Could be a family member. There's a lot of indecision here that, was it Benu is dealing with? So I do feel like there's a little bit of a range here in terms of how much time, but it's looking like, is this months? 10 weeks. Up to 3 months. But this is someone who is struggling because they feel torn between two. So there's some more emotional struggle here or tension. Have a good rest of your day, Key. Hi, Blast. Do you have a point? That's all right. You know what? I'm pretty confident that there's another channel out there for you. I don't know what that question means. You're welcome, Susan. I wish you luck. Hello, Zanab. How are you doing? Will Anastasia miss out on a job opportunity if she flies home this Thursday? No, but you do need to make precautions. So it could be like you set up like a away message, or you have a point at which you will check to make sure, you know, partway through the day what's going on, or set expectations. But I still feel like you are going to have this option, or that you are still going to be in the running. It's just about what can you do proactively. What do we have for go with the flow? Wheel of Fortune in the reverse, the Hermit, and the King of Wands. There's something that you can do right now, go with the flow, to avoid a loss. You're coming through as the Hermit and the King of Wands, which tells me that you are observant and you take action when you know there's a problem. So it's like there's a check engine light coming on, but it's not for your car. We have the Hierophant in the reverse. This is about something to do with integrity or doing right by principles. So you may, at some point here in the near future, feel like you don't know what is the right path to take, because you might have information that you know someone else needs or is entitled to, but it might be an uncomfortable situation. What is the Sun card? This is saying you have to tell this person what it is. It's not going to be fun for you, but it does impact you. So yeah, it's looking to me like you have an ability to lose a friendship or somebody's trust if you don't report something that you find out. Maybe you don't really want to find this out, but you can avoid a loss if you do the right thing and communicate this difficult thing. All right, I'm going to leave it there, y'all. Thank you for being awesome. Thank you for liking and subscribing and hyping if you're able to, and I will see you on the next reading.